What's going on, guys? Welcome to another episode of Vampy Book Club. You guys know what this is. You guys know I can't do this without my main man, Deli Man or Dollar Del. So, like some of us like to call him.
Dollar Dell. I'll buy it for $1.
Hey, Del, what issue are we doing? I forgot again.
Issue lucky number 13.
oh yeah, this issue where where it's done by St. Julian. The cover's done by St. Julian. And guys, I did my research again and actually found it on Heritage. I actually found the cover on Heritage. And here's the cover on Heritage. Uh, Sold for a pretty decent amount. Not surprised in 2015. But that's kind of funny because this came up in 2015. There's something else when we get into it. That yeah, something else popped up in 2015. But we were talking about Gonzalez's artwork, like how he likes to do pinups, and I've actually I was tracking one so far, and this is one of his pinups that he's done of Vampirella that's selling on Heritage, and it has 3 days left. Right now, it's at 625, but I think it's gonna go way more than 625. But
Yeah, people most likely are gonna wait till the last day before they start bidding again.
yeah,
Like usually you start bidding, it'll probably be a couple more bids once they hit the 24-hour mark, and
yeah,
then 12 hours and
but yeah, but his pencil sketching, man, it's crazy. Like I actually zoomed in on this thing, and then it's actually nuts how much detail he put in with a pencil.
So Jeff, you gonna buy this one?
I would love to, but I don't know how much where it would end up at, man. I would love to bid on it, but by thousand, I can't afford $1,000 bid. But
Yeah, it's
but
a nice one. It's a nice one to have to the collection.
yeah, that would be a nice one to because Gonzalez is one of my favorite pencil or one of my favorite old school artists,
Yeah,
besides St. Julian and Ingridge. But he's my favorite interior guy.
yeah.
So since we're talking about this issue here, did you end up reading it or did you just skim it again like you did last time?
No, I read the story, but I skimmed. No, I read the story, and I did read the last one as well.
Okay.
Where it's just like this. It's just the other stories I skimmed through.
No,
So
I know. I'm messing with you, but so we did read it. We both did read it.
yeah.
But what's going on?
Anthony, all right. It's the original. I forget it. What's up? Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
It is
Yeah.
heritage. Yeah, you're right. You're right, Anthony.
Yeah. I would love to
People,
own it.
I can't. Heritage is probably kind of like almost like whatnot. People overpay.
Yeah. I
Yeah,
would love to. I would love to own it, but there's a famous Jose Gonzalez panel in this issue that I really love, and I actually recreated. I've showed Dell and everybody, all of you guys have seen it on Instagram, but it's this panel here where I recreated with Faces by Raichi.
yeah. Oh yeah. Do you have that picture up?
Yeah, but hold on. And I found I found it on Heritage. It actually sold in 2015, the same time the other picture sold. That's kind of funny. It sold in 2015 for like 4,000. And then like we were talking like me and Del were talking and you guys like Anthony, everybody's seen it. But yeah, so this is the the Cantonese comic group, and then the Vampirella, and me as Adam Van Helsing, and then our friend Unruly Simeon as as Daddy Van Helsing, and
Yep.
then Rachie as Vampirella.
Oh yeah. Good old Richie.
Yeah, but this was second draft. The first draft we did, it cut off my face. It cut my nose and it cut the whole side of my face off for some reason when we edited it.
Yeah, it worked out good though. This one's a
Yeah,
lot better. Yeah, I've
yeah,
never seen the first one. I think I saw the first one.
yeah.
Yeah.
It cut my no. The first one was the one she bit me in the neck.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Because I forgot because we did a couple multiple pictures and then I forgot about what it actually looked like. And it was, so we were actually staring at each other. But my goal is to get every cosplayer that's cosplayed at Vampirella to do this because this is one of my favorite panels. So I've always liked that panel, so it's gonna be fun.
I gotta get the you gotta get the girl from California. It's a Danny.
Dare Taylor.
Dare Taylor.
She was there. I completely forgot about it. I should have had this done too. With her, it would have been fun. But yeah, and then I mean, that's one of Jose's famous panel. One of his big panels that he's done. I mean, he's done a lot of stuff, but it's one of his well-known panels of Vampy he's done.
Yeah.
But just by looking at the art and the story in general, man, it's crazy,
Yeah, it's a good artwork. It was
But after learning he only does everything once and he doesn't go over it again, that's what's crazy about this. That he did this one time, one draft. There's not like multiple copies of these panels. There's only one draft of this panel. That's what's crazy about it. That's how talented he was that he did it one time and one time only, and he got it spot on every time.
which is great. But if somebody gets a hold of these panels,
yeah,
they're at least I guess that I don't know. The way I see it and feel about it is like at least it'll be find it to be more valuable,
right?
That way too, if they were to be sold,
right?
Because there's only one out there. It's a one of one.
Yeah, because he's drawn a bunch of it, but he's drawn Vampy as pinups and stuff like that. But he's never done. He's done everything like I said. Like I told you though, he does everything one time. Like I read the biography on him, and he gets bored very easily, so he would only do everything one draft, and that was it.
Yeah, so it's cool that he has that kind of talent that he just needs to do it once and that's it.
Yeah, but look how much detail he did into to Van Helsing's face, and hers. You know what I mean? It's like that's a lot of detail. One time around.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it's great. Yeah, definitely. The details great. The shade for the details, the shading.
Right.
That was good.
But what did you think of the story so far? Since it's done by our Archie Goodwin again.
Yeah, because at least there's consistency,
right?
And it's and one thing I noticed that which I think is kind of cool that that more modern books nowadays don't really do it,
right?
That sometimes on a frame on one of these panels or something like that, it'll say
right here, yeah,
it'll reference the previous issue,
right? It says see issue 12, see Vampirella 12. For what they were talking about.
Exactly. So that was cool that because like new books nowadays don't really do that,
right?
Modern books don't do that, and I do like the continuity on it. So for it to be consistent and say, all right, it really matches. It's like, all right, it shows that Van Helsing's going after hers. Then so it's overall it's cool. The one thing I found funny on this one is that demon creature that's in this story.
Oh yeah.
It kind of looks like the creature from the Black Lagoon a little bit.
Yeah. Let me just go to it. So since we're talking about it,
yeah.
Yeah. So, yep.
He,
Right here. Right
yeah,
here.
he kind of has that creature from the Black Lagoon look. The face does at least.
Right. 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 But
He
just crazy that, like I said, man, it's just crazy that how much detail Jose did for this, and I don't know how long he had to do the whole fucking story, but dude, for the amount of time he had, he did freaking amazing.
yeah, he did great. Did a great job. It was, that how they're referencing that this creature that attacked the boat. That's one of the
Yeah,
seven demons, and
right, right, right.
so and like being that whenever Vampirella has that book.
Right.
She always said,
Well, but since we're mentioning the books, let's go back a little bit because they actually talk about him, her, and Pendragon right here in this panel here. He actually talks about it. Right about here. Yeah, right about is this panel, these panels here, where he actually talks about it. He goes, dude, it really creeps me. She goes, it's Pendragon tells the vampire, he goes, that book really creeps me out every time you have it near us.
yeah, he said, yeah, he's always creeped out about the book, but then like also he's like talking about having the jitter, so he has to
Yeah,
drink. So
yeah.
so he kind of always making a reference that he's a drunk.
Yeah, he's a drunk magician. He's not.
Yeah,
And then she makes a joke of, "Hey, you at least you'll be the first magician to hire your assistant from space."
for the planet, yeah, for an alien assistant. So it's
Yeah,
kind of funny.
yeah.
So
I thought it was kind of funny too. But
yeah,
and then the here they're talking about, oh, let's make sure my serum's okay, but it got a little bit of sea salt on it, seawater on it, but it's okay.
yeah, yeah, but it's okay.
Yeah,
Then
yeah,
then also from there, later on
yeah.
that's where the millionaire playboy
Right, right.
that owns a boat that hired him to do a
Yeah.
show on there
You
ends up
end up
being
you end up meeting him, and then you end up finding he's part of the freaking cult of the
yep
chaos cult with the
yep.
freaking big ass. I couldn't tell. Was it a tattoo or was it like a emblem that was that was like or was it a branding or something? It looked like more like what would you call it? Like a metal piece to his chest. It didn't look like a tattoo or nothing like that when I
Yeah,
looked at it.
that's hard to tell in black and white because it
Right.
didn't do anything to
Yeah,
make it look like.
to make it look different if it's a tattoo or not. So I
Yeah,
wasn't sure, but what I thought it was like some type of jewelry piece that's like a piercing type thing.
I just automatically assumed it was some sort of tattoo,
Oh,
or
okay.
yeah, that's why I assumed it. Could being it was dead center in his chest,
Right.
I automatically assumed it was a tattoo,
Mm,
on it because it didn't look like a some sort of like branding, like a scar brand,
right,
like he was
right,
branded,
right, right.
but it looked like a tattoo of some sort to me.
What? Yeah, but
So
that book, the like Pendragon was saying, that book attracts creeps and creepy people.
yeah. It's always attracting somebody that's a part of that
Yeah,
cult. So
or something creepy in general,
yeah,
like they said. And
yeah.
then and then the funniest thing was there's a story done by what was it? Uh, uh I'll remember after we talk about the vampire one, but yeah, but just looking at this stuff, man, Jose's art is crazy, man. Like how detailed her face is.
Mhm. It's definitely the artwork is great. The way he's doing it, it's great.
Right.
Definitely great artwork, and
Yeah, that's what pulls your attention, really, man. It's like the story, no, not just the story, but the artwork makes you want to look at it again, after
absolutely.
reading it. Yeah, makes you want to look at that stuff again. Even the Playboy's face, man. Like, dude, there's so much detail in that.
Yeah, he's done a, yeah, did a
Yeah,
great.
like you said, the creature looks like a freaking You know what it looks like? It looks like the damn kaiju's, like the Power Ranger kaiju's. That's what it looks
Oh,
like.
that's what I was saying. To me, it looked
Yeah,
like the creature from the Black Lagoon.
yeah. That's what it looks like. Yeah, similar to me too. It looks like. Yeah,
Yeah, it's like it just added some arms to it, added extra
yeah,
arms instead of just 2 arms. It's like
yeah.
four.
He got four, and then he got like tentacles too. It looks like.
Yeah,
Yeah, but it was freaking funny, man. I'm like looking at it, read it. You would what I first thought was he actually turned into it. That's what I thought. Because I was reading it and I'm like, did he just turn into that? Because it doesn't show you where he ended up walking to. So I assumed when the creature popped up, I'm like, did that fucking Playboy turn into that creature?
yeah. No, yeah, he was there, and then like the creature was like one of the 7 demons that they've been talking
Right. But
about. So
as soon as I flipped the page, I went, oh, okay, that's what happened.
yeah, 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 but that's cool. It's like and
Yeah.
it's also only and it seems always that the person that's part of the cult,
Yeah.
and if there's like a creature, some sort of creature or demon involved, they
Right.
always get meet some sort of demise.
Yeah,
From,
meets
from
their make every time they meets
yeah,
their maker or either or
they somehow die. They're
yeah,
like Vampirella somehow escapes. So
right,
it shows that it's to me it's kind of interesting that
yeah,
happens.
yeah,
Yeah,
but because she's the hero of the story, so she
yeah,
has to escape.
yeah,
If not, it won't make no sense.
exactly,
But
exactly.
like I said, that's crazy, man. Like the panels that he's done of her in the water, and then Pendragon saving her. That's crazy. And then this is the end of it. But like talking about Van Helsing talking, and then I'm gonna get like he's pissed. I'm gonna get her. Still, where
Yeah,
when the son said, I think I'm in love with her.
yeah, exactly. Then here at the last page is like, she, he's like calling for his son,
Yeah,
and it was some like a neighbor or something like that. That Adam Van Helsing asked, asked of her to check up on his father,
yeah,
and he listened to the message like, all right, well, closes it out and says, all right, I'm still gonna get her. I'm still gonna make sure that my son doesn't, meet the same fate that my brother did, type of thing.
yeah.
So
But he still doesn't understand that the one that attacked his brother wasn't her. He
yeah,
still don't get it.
he still thinks it's something.
He
He still
still
thinks it's her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then this story was interesting because it's done by Greg Land.
Oh, this one. Okay.
Yeah, it's done by Greg Land. But a lot of people, Greg Land does some great work, man. But it was freaking funny because I'm looking up, researching it. I'm like, Greg Land. I'm like, oh shit, that's like his early stuff. I mean, this was another like almost similar to the first one, kind of like the creature from the Black Lagoon type thing.
Mm-hmm.
And it's talking about another creature, Beauty and the Beast type stuff, and it's always something like that. But I was it was super cool, man. Yeah, and then these other ones.
I did like the art. I did like the artwork on this one. This Pharaoh story.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
the artwork is pretty cool in this one.
yeah. I thought it was cool too, man. I thought it was super cool too.
Who did the artwork on this one?
I forget. Hold on.
Jose M. Bia.
Yeah. So it's the another Spanish artist from SI.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what it said because from what was it, from 12 to 13, the Gonzalez and all them started working for Warren. So like I told you the story last week, freaking Joseph Tutain comes to the freaking Warren office. Yeah, Warren's about to leave for a freaking date. He goes and then sees the portfolio. Sees that portfolio and goes, huh, I've been looking for these type of artists. So they talked over Gonzalo. What was it? Tutain had had a salmon dinner, and then I think I think Warren said he had it like a steak or something like that.
Mm.
Like they could remember what they had. But yeah, so they're gonna be using a lot of Spanish artists from 13 on, from until the last issues. So Gonzalez is gonna, well, Gonzalez is gonna do it for a while and then leave because he gets, one thing about Gonzalez is he doesn't like doing one thing for a long time, so he'll get bored and freaking leave and do something else. Like I told you, he got bored of drawing one, and then he joined a band called the Dalmatians in Spain,
Mm.
in Barcelona, and they almost had a record deal. That's how close. That's how good they were, and they almost got a record deal.
Mm.
So a lot of artists are multi-talented, just like Frazetta was, just like, like just by reading up on Gonzalez, same thing. They were both super talented. Gonzalez was super talented in artwork, or in art in general, like music, whatever it was that he got a hold of. He was pretty talented. That was crazy. Just to read up on Gonzalez, and I'm like, crap, man, he was talented in a lot of stuff. And then,
Yeah.
the other thing, he was the first open. He wasn't like, he was the first in Spain, supposedly in Spain. What it says in the book was he was the first openly gay and cross-dressing and whatever else artist out there that was openly
Mm.
like that, and he liked to keep his privacy. So that was another thing that he liked, that he did. I don't think he would have been able to if he came to the States, to keep his private, like how he liked to be private,
Right.
because how good he was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, people. Yeah, it's like it gains certain popularity and stuff like that. People would still be able to
Yeah,
be all in his business and stuff like
yeah,
that.
yeah.
Yeah.
So he wouldn't have been able to keep his low profile as
Yeah.
as he did in Spain. What
Yeah, I
what
just
did you rate the story, Dale?
the story, so because it's been consistent. I give it like the same thing I would give the last one from issue 12. I give it an 8.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's been solid.
All
Been
right.
solid on it. So which I can appreciate that, because it's been consistent, giving me enough of the story to kind of know where it's going.
Okay. I'll give this one a 9, because it's the only reason I'm giving it a 9. You know why I gave it a 9? Because it's one of my favorite art panels.
Yeah,
So
of course. You're a little biased on that one, right?
yeah, I'm a little biased on this issue because it's one of my favorite panels and one of my favorite stories. So
No, it's
because
a good story.
this was my favorite panel of them, out of Jose's thing, because it's crazy that the second thing that he's did was this one. Was a panel like this, and he probably used pen and wash to do it. So
Mm.
just, yeah, it's just crazy. Like, stories are 8. So what you give the cover, sent by St. Julian?
The cover. Let's see here. Let's see here. I get the cover's pretty cool.
Mm.
The cover's pretty cool. I'll give it a solid 7.5. It's definitely not one of my favorites so far, but
Right.
definitely it's a good cover. It's a good cover. In a way, I can almost like feel like, to me, it's like, in a way, it's, even though it's very very different
Right.
than issue 1,
Right.
but it's, in a way, I feel almost like it feels like it's paying a little homage to issue 1 in a way, because of that what it looks like it's some sort of sun or moon in the background.
Right. I can see it. I can
Yeah,
see that.
but still, it's still like, different, very different and unique
Right.
in its own way.
Right.
So
Right. Right.
that's it. But that's why I still give it. I think it's pretty cool. It's still cool because it's like, because of what it is, the style of the painting. It's a chick,
Right.
like this witch or dark person behind it.
It's probably a witch. Well,
Yeah.
I can. Since I got it out, we can always take a closer look at it. Since I got it out.
Like,
So yeah, like we both got it out. Hold
yeah.
on. I'll make both of us big so we can both show it. So yeah. 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 Mine's a little yellow, but it's all right.
Yeah, clean copies. I think you're the title, the red on the title for
Yeah.
yours.
It's a
It's
lot
probably,
redder.
yeah, it's definitely more vibrant.
Yeah.
Yeah, than
Yeah,
mine.
yeah, yeah, yeah. So it's good, but like you said, man, you have to see these in person because if you look at the cover actually in person, you see more detail in it
Yeah,
because you can't see the detail in this at
yeah,
all because you can't see the skeleton behind her. You know what I mean? It's too freaking dark. Hold on.
yeah.
Yeah, you know what I mean. So you can't even see that. You know, oh, actually, you can kind of.
You can. Yeah,
Yeah,
it kind of looks like almost like in a way kind of something out of like Conan or Red Sonja.
yeah,
You know,
but but like you said, I think it is paying homage to
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 Frazetta's to Frazetta's
the Frazetta one, but it's like Vampirella's over on this side, and then she's on the other side of the planet.
Yes, exactly, exactly. Yeah. Hey, one thing I just while you were talking that I was looking up that artist that drew the story of that
Yeah,
pharaoh
yeah.
story. So that actually is, so which is kind of interesting. That was his first artwork altogether, like first comic book art.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so he that's how he got started doing comic books.
Oh, that's crazy.
Yeah,
Well, like we said, I mean, these magazines they break out a lot of first timers, a lot of like Neil Adams' first time. You know what I mean? Like a bunch of people's first times of doing stuff. So let's
yeah,
go back to the Pharaoh stuff. If this is the first time doing it, I mean, it's cool, man. That it's his
yeah.
first time.
That's his first. That's his first ever story that he did for anything related to Warren
Right.
Publishing. He's done some other stuff, but not just with like with the Vampirella. He's done a couple issues of Vampirella from what I've seen here. It's like, and also he
Okay.
did some stories and did some stuff in creepy and eerie as well.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
you know,
but like I told you that he hired these guys. He hired the whole freaking SI company pretty much.
yeah,
Like he would, yeah, him and SI would talk back and forth and do stuff like this. I mean, this is crazy. I mean, just in general, man. If it's his first time doing it, it's crazy
yeah. It's his first.
that how much detail that's in it.
Yeah, yeah. He's from from that group SI. It's like he's from Barcelona. Like a
Yep,
lot of
told you. As soon as you told me the name, I went, "Yep." He was probably in that portfolio, like Jose was. Jose, St. Julian, Inrich. I think there was a couple other guys. I forgot the other guys' names. Yeah, but there were so from like I said, from 12 to 13 on, we're gonna see a lot of these guys from SI coming in and doing a lot of this stuff. So it's gonna be crazy. So it might be some of these guys' first time, or it might be some of these guys, it might be some of these guys, more than for like the second, third time. But in the States, it's probably gonna be their first time in the States.
Yep.
Dude, this
Yep.
is crazy how detailed that stuff is.
Yep.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, that's crazy. That is his first time. Like, this is some crazy art, man.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
it's a good. They had an eye for talent, and they picked up a lot of good artists.
Yeah, a lot of Barcelona artists, a lot of Spaniard artists. But like I said, if it wasn't for the freaking guy, the guy that owned SI to come to the States, dude, you know how stupid that was that DC and freaking Marvel and didn't want to touch these guys from SI at all, and it took a small company, Warren, he come, dude, he imagine, Tutane walking up on a freaking portfolio coming out of nowhere, like, and then when James Warren walking out of his office about to lock up going to dinner and sees this guy weird Spanish guy walking up, like, where the hell, where?
Exactly.
Yeah, and then opens up this portfolio and you see freaking art like this. You see art like this. You know what I mean? Art like this,
Yeah.
art like this type of stuff, or like the Gonzalez type of stuff. You know what I mean? Like it's crazy. The first, yeah, he said in the interview in the book when it was talking about Jose, he goes, Warren goes, he opened up the freaking portfolio. The first thing that caught his eye was Jose's pinup style. Jose, well, this style, his pinup style. Well, that's what caught. Dude, if you saw that in a portfolio, that would catch your attention no matter what.
Mm.
You know what I mean? If you saw anything like that or this in a freaking portfolio,
Yeah, of course.
it would catch your attention for sure. Any of that stuff will caught your attention. It caught my attention. That's how much I liked it.
Exactly.
Yeah, it caught my attention. You know what I mean? But just imagine being somebody from being us, 70s, and seeing this stuff on the newsstand.
Yeah, walking by and you say I see that magazine there. I was like, okay. Well,
Yeah, and see in the magazine, then you open up and you see this type of art in it.
yeah.
You know what I mean? Like this type of art with Gonzalez's art in it. Like I
Absolutely.
said, yeah, I'm a biased, so I'm a I'm a Gonzalez head. I'm a Gonzalez fan. So
Yeah. Yeah, but it's so it's and Gonzalez is a great artist, and
yeah,
I definitely like seeing his work.
yeah. 2000, passed away. I think 2010. I think like in March. I think or May, something like that. But yeah, but he and then Inrich, his friend Inrich, actually painted he actually painted what do you call those things? Likeness of himself.
A portrait, like a
Yeah,
portrait.
but yeah, he had his friend paint a portrait of him. So there is a portrait floating around of Gonzalez in probably in Barcelona, or it's in Inrich's collection himself. So we're gonna be talking about Inrich in a little bit because after 13 because it switches in between Inrich and St. Julian, like in between them, these two from SI for a while, for like most of the issues, even creepies, even eerie's. So they from here it starts switching back and forth to Inrich and the Inrich and St. Julian, Inrich and St. Julian, Inrich and St. Julian, Inrich and St. Julian, and then you get some other ones out of but not many. But most of these covers are been by Inrich. More from I think after this is I think it's still St. Julian, and then it goes to Inrich, and then it goes to St. Julian, Inrich, St. Julian, Inrich. But there's a whole set where it goes Inrich all the way down. So when we get to Inrich, I'll talk about Inrich because I got the biography about Inrich. So I'll be doing a bunch of stuff on Inrich on one of the shows. Well, since we're talking about Vampirella, and Dell knows about this, I picked up something really cool. So yeah, something really cool over the week during last weekend from Barbarian Kung Fu. My boy Barbarian actually got a hold of this. A Vampirella Vampirella, a live read along of the script from the 70s. From because the movie, well, from what was it? What was the company that was attached to him again? The horror. What was it? Hammer Films. That's what it
Hammer.
was. Yeah, Hammer was attached to him. So this is the actress that was attached to the movie for Hammer was Caroline Munro, and it's actually signed by Caroline Munro and signed by the poster artist. I think poster artist is Gary something, but it's the only way to get it was at the reading, at the live reading. It was a charity event. So it was a charity event. So it's actually signed. That's crazy. That's actually signed by Caroline Munro. So you know what I mean. So the actual person that was going to be attached to Vampirella. It would have been cool to see if if they didn't lose money or if they didn't go bankrupt, to see if them what the movie would have looked like in the 70s. Would have been like
Yeah, yeah, a little bit interesting to see a '70s version of that, almost like a. I feel like it would be kind of like watching Batman.
right, right,
So I remember like they did a Adam West. Well, they did a Batman movie,
right.
kind of based off of the TV show with Adam West.
Yeah, yeah,
Then the next time they did a movie for Batman was in 1989 with Michael Keaton.
right, right, right.
It's like so it was so different. It was how the
Yeah,
that first Batman movie was so campy because
yeah,
it was like from the '70s, and then you look at the one from '89. It's like
yeah,
probably almost 20 years later, so or definitely over 10 to 15 years later.
yeah.
It's
But
like
it would have, yeah, like you said, it would have been cool to see
yeah,
that, and then see if they would have still done the movie in '96.
yes,
That's
yeah,
what I would have been curious about. If they actually got the funding and actually did that movie, then would it be like a, you know what I mean? That would it be, would it be a series of vampire movies like Vampire One, Vampire Two? You know what I mean? Where we
yeah,
have like those, if it, if the Hammer didn't go bankrupt, if the
exactly.
that would have been cool to see if that could have happened. But like I said, man, this book wasn't bad. This issue wasn't bad. And next week we're doing issue 14. So and then so let me bring up issue 14's covers so we can see, so everybody can if everybody can read along with us next time. Let me go bring it up real quick. Yeah, I sent it to you already
Yeah,
before the show. So,
yeah. I'm
but
actually looking at it right now.
yeah,
Just downloaded it.
yeah, and I'm uploading it to the to the program right now. So give me a second. It's gonna take a little bit, but it's one of my favorites. I think, yeah, this is still a St. Julian. I think it's still, like I said, I think 12, 13, 14, and then I think 15 goes to Inridge. I think I can't remember off the top of my head exactly, but I think that's what happens.
Yeah.
Yeah, here's issue 14. One of my favorites. One of my favorite covers. I still remember when I first got these two issues. He was supposed to come to TampaCon. St. Julian was supposed to come to TampaCon. That's the main reason I bought these two issues, so he could actually sign them. So I'm excited to read this issue. But this is one of the two of my favorite St. Julian covers that he's done. I mean, these are two of my favorites that with no Vampy on it, but there's a couple of them that he's done with Vampy on it that I really like too.
So he was supposed to come to TampaCon. And he just didn't make it, or
Yeah, I guess. But he was old. He's still, yeah, he was old. He was like in his 80s at the time, I think. He's already in his 90s now. So, but he was supposed to come, but maybe something popped. He's a lot older, so maybe something popped up. But
yeah.
but Tim warned me about him anyways, because he's mentioned he would be coming to cons, and he says Tim said he's infamous for canceling.
Oh, really? Oh,
Yeah. So,
he's one of those guys that they say, "I'll go and go," and then like last minute cancels. All right.
well, yeah, but think about it. That's probably like for how Frazetta was too, because he doesn't really like going out the bit. I mean, he's an artist. A lot of artists are homebody types, so
Yeah.
traveling to cons is already uncomfortable for them. You know what I mean? And he's a lot older, so can imagine. So next week is gonna be Vampirella 14, but we're on
14.
episode 14. But next week's gonna be episode 15.
Yes, that's right.
But since we did the movie in one of the episodes, so
Throw
that
off our-
episodes are a little off, but that's fine. And then I'm working on some other stuff. Dell knows I'm working on some big stuff behind the scenes. But
Yeah, it looks like we're getting close on some stuff.
yeah,
From so but just
yeah,
it's gonna take a little time, but we're getting close. So
yeah,
we're gonna hopefully have some other cool episodes.
yeah,
With with special guests and stuff like
yeah.
that
With
too.
special guests, well, you never know. We may get a we may get a Caroline Monroe appearance.
You never know.
You
You
never
never know.
know. We may get a Caroline Monroe appearance. We may get a Dare Taylor appearance. Or you never know what. So you guys have to stay tuned to see what you guys are gonna be missing. But what would be, like I said, what my idea was eventually to have other people on here to talk about these issues and see what their opinions of it is, to see what the community's opinions are that's never read any of this stuff, and see if they enjoyed it or not. That's what my thing was. Dell's never read any of this stuff. He's only read Hulk most of the time, or Punisher. So
Well, Punisher mostly. Those are my top two guys. I've read other books and stuff like that.
yeah, we've all read other books, but I'm just curious about
Like
you know
my first the first series of books that I still have, which is kind of a comedy thing.
yeah,
It was a title called Major Bummer. Okay,
yeah,
that was put out by DC. And if you guys don't know about that title,
yeah.
I do recommend looking for it. It's called Major Bummer.
But
That
like
was
I said, like I was joking around with you, or like I told you about the Joseph Tutin coming to the U.S. Go, dude. He went to DC. He went to freaking Marvel. He went to all these other bigger companies to see if they would actually hire his guys to do work. Guess what happened? Not all those guys, all those companies turned him away, and look who picked them up. Warren picked them up, and after that is when DC and them started running to SI and saying, "Hey, can you have these guys do stuff for us?"
Yep. Absolutely. Yeah.
You guys lost out the first time. He came to you guys the first time. He came to DC the first time, and DC said no, and DC turned him down.
Yep.
That's what's freaking funny, is that why, dude? Why, man? Like, do you not see what the art looks like? It's like, like, why would you turn this type of stuff down? It's like I can understand, but Jose, like I said, Warren was looking for he even said it was missing something the first couple of issues. But do you see, Del? Do you see a difference in the first couple of from first couple of issues to this?
I,
Let's bring up at least. I'll bring up one of them.
bring up one of them just so I could kind of refresh my memory.
Yeah. So this is the 11. I brought up 11. So give me 1 second. Let me pull up 11. So here's 11, and I think 11 Gonzalez hasn't showed up yet in 11. So here's art in 11. It's not art. It's not. Yeah, you can tell the difference. This is the one that we went over with Tim.
Right.
Yeah. It's Sutton. There's still Sutton on it, and it's Sutton, and this is Gonzalez. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So definitely different style.
Right.
Different
less cartoony. I noticed.
Yeah. So the style and shading and all that. It's it's different, but still, either way, it still looks good. Looks great.
It's still, both styles look great, but Warren said he was looking for a different type of style. So, but Jose's style is more like his ladies' faces look more real to me. Yeah, they look more real to me. Like, this looks a little cartoony to me, but it still looks good. But I'm just saying, compared to this, it's two different.
To me, the way it's like, so, like with Gonzalez, the way he draws stuff out, it's like it looks almost like the way he shades is a lot different,
right?
Than Sutton. Sutton looks like it's definitely very, very like pencil and ink.
Right. We can compare. Let's compare the second panel to his. So okay, so here's the second panel of Sutton's, and here's the second panel of Gonzalez.
Yeah, and Gonzalez almost looks like it's like pencil, and the way he goes over stuff is like almost like especially the shading is almost like watercolor like.
Yeah. That's what he liked. That's what they liked using was wash.
Yeah, like wash. Yeah,
he liked using wash a lot. Like they said, he liked using wash, and then but his are a lot lighter. I noticed, and he doesn't color as hard as he does.
Yeah,
he doesn't wash it as hard as he does. You know what I mean? It's
Yeah.
like compared to panel 3, and then here's Gonzalez's panel 3. I mean, detail, like I said, the faces detail. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah,
So it's like it's more like pencil and ink,
right.
and versus the using
Wash. Like
wash for
he used
great
wash
tail.
and everything else.
Yeah.
So yeah. So it's two different styles, but that's what like I said, that's what this guy was looking for. That was that's what Warren was looking for, was something different. He said
Right.
it needed to be darker.
Exactly.
And I mean, Jose's style, like his females especially, man.
Mm.
His females especially, like that's one thing about Jose. Jose loved drawing females. That's one thing. Like just by looking at Sutton's stuff, it's like you can tell the difference. Big time.
Strong females. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, but but it's still cool. It's still the artwork's still great though.
Yeah, it's still great. I just like doing this to compare it. So I think we're gonna do that for now on. Is like comparing from Tom to whoever takes over after. I think Jose does it until like a 20 something issues, and then he leaves it and comes back. But like he does the first couple of like these first couple, and then he leaves because like I told you, Jose gets bored after a while doing repetitively one thing repetitively. He'll leave, he'll do something else and come back. He'll drop it and come back. But like I said, it's gonna be fun next week. We're doing issue 14. Me and Dell are gonna be talking about issue 14. We're gonna be talking about a bunch more stuff, and we got stuff in the works. But if you guys want to see something different, you guys want to see something cool, or you guys want to see us read, or you guys want to see us do more issues or more stories in the issues, you have to tell us in the comments, and you guys have to tell us on the Instagram post when I post it.
Yep.
You guys have to tell us what you guys want. Make sure to give me a thumbs up. Make sure you guys subscribe, and make sure you guys tune into the next episode of Vampy Book Club, issue 14, episode 15. But we'll check you guys later, and we'll see you guys in the next one.
See you next time.